Salesian of Don Bosco, here studying in the Holy Land in Jerusalem. And today's episode is going to be about faithfulness, about fidelity, about commitment. And if you're like me, if you're human, you probably struggle with these things. You struggle to be faithful to different commitments. You struggle with this fidelity to daily activities, to studies, to prayer, to so many things in our life. And so today we're going to speak to some Salesians who just made their perpetual profession. That means they said yes forever to follow Christ, to live into community, to be Salesian of Don Bosco, to serve the young. And so hopefully we can provide some insights, we can speak about, we can have a conversation about fidelity, about faithfulness. But first, because this is the first episode, I kind of want to introduce what this Good Night Jerusalem is, what we're trying to offer, what we're trying to do here. And as we are Salesians from 28 different countries, almost 50 Salesians here from all over the world, and we're studying here theology in Jerusalem. And so what we would like to do is we'd like to bring the gospel, to speak about the gospel, to speak about theology, but also to speak about our culture, to speak about our world, to speak about our life from all these different countries, to speak about the Salesian charism. We live the gospel, but we live it in a way that is joyful, that is that spirit of St. John Bosco. So if this is something that you're interested in, go ahead and subscribe, hit the notification bell. We're looking to accompany, we're looking to walk together from here, from Jerusalem. So as we begin, I'd just like to show you a quick video of what happened last week. We had 5 Salesians perpetually profess in Bethlehem. It was a beautiful celebration. So we just have a quick video to show, to give you a little taste, and then we'll get into that conversation with the Salesians themselves. So welcome to the Good Night Jerusalem. We're happy you're here, and we look forward to continuing the journey. God bless. You guys nervous? No. Guys, congratulations on your perpetual profession, a beautiful beautiful experience, I'm sure, for both of you, for all of you. There's one brother who couldn't make it with us today, that's Hugh. But I'm really happy to have you guys here. You can just talk a little bit about your experience, what it was like, perpetual profession in Bethlehem, in a time, 2020, in a time of a lot of confusion and a lot of insecurities and all these things that you were able to still have your perpetual profession. So congratulations.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And just to start, let's just start with who you are. If you could just introduce yourself quick, where you're from, the country. If you want to say something in your mother tongue to maybe your mom or your dad who are watching this now, you're welcome. But you could just introduce yourselves to everybody.
Marhaba. Hello.
Hello.
I'm Edward Gobran from Egypt.
Yes, welcome, Edward.
Ciao Steve.
Ciao.
Hello Steve. I'm Gianluca and I'm from Italy.
Chào Steve. Also is hello. Chào. Em Phạm Thế Hiển, mà tên của tôi là Phạm Thế Hiển. It's Vietnamese language now. I'm from Vietnam.
Great, great, welcome.
Ciao Steve, this was in Italian, ciao, not Vietnamese, ciao. I'm Matteo, I'm from Italy, from Turin, and I'm 32.
Great. So again, welcome to you guys, and maybe just a quick introduction of even this word of perpetual profession is probably unknown to many people. No? So I don't know if one of you could just speak on what exactly is just the perpetual profession, what that even means for Salesians of Don Bosco. So maybe just a quick word on.
Wants to speak?
I speak.
Okay.
First of all, I remember perpetual profession, so the adjective perpetual, our provincial, Don Alejandro was saying, it's not a human vocabulary. Perpetual is something that belongs to God. Nothing human is infinite, nothing human is everlasting, nothing human is perpetual. But what is perpetual is God trusting us, is God calling us, is God desiring us to be in this form of life for forever. And so perpetual profession is to agree, to say yes to God, that this is the form of life that can make us happy.
I agree.
Yeah. But then when you say form of life, give a little something. Maybe somebody else can say, what do you mean by form of life? What does that mean? Okay, well, you are Salesians, but you made a profession that means something, that has something there. So what exactly is the form of life that you're saying yes to or you're agreeing to?
Should I go?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay, I'd say that formal life is the kind of life that is described in our constitutions.
Which is?
So that we are totally for the young people and we live in community. So I think that these are two main aspects, characteristics that can define our form of life. So communitarian life, we live together among brothers, and our mission is for the young.
Say something about the vows because he forgot. It's a great life.
So we met vows, 3 vows. Usually all consecrated people has to do 3 vows, which are obedience, poverty, and chastity.
It was important.
Another important aspect.
For me, the vows is the same. Every brother speak, no. But for me, the form here is more important. We follow Jesus, no?
Okay.
But we live in another way. It's the Muslim way.
Yeah.
For me, the main form is follow Jesus.
Okay.
Without Jesus, the Muslim cannot be. For me, like this.
Great. And I guess for me, and maybe for anybody who's watching this, in a culture nowadays, it's very difficult to say forever. No, we see even in marriage, it's very difficult to say, I will be with you forever. Sometimes it's hard to commit for a week. If we speak about diets, or we speak about resolutions and all these things in our world today, everything is changing, everything is new, everything is being updated all the time. And here you guys are saying forever. And I don't know how that makes you feel, or if there's something you can speak about that, and how in a culture that is everything is new all the time, but you guys are saying, I will commit
Actually, I see this in our Salesian spirituality. We focus on our daily life, what we are doing here and now. So what we are doing every day is making this forever. To avoid every day, make forever impossible. So if today I am called to do something simple, so is that things I'm called to live, even simple, even sometimes difficult, but each day, has its own significant meaning for me as a Salesian, and this journey, God always is with us because we are human. We have times of troubles, we have suffering, sometimes especially we have many times of joys, and this together make our life flow as God wants now. This for me, I don't know what's about you.
Yeah, I mean, I agree perfectly with the idea of every day. I mean, if I look at the word forever, perpetual, it really scares me. It's true. Sometimes I feel like avoiding my stomach. But if I think of committing my life every day, that it becomes easy, and that God is waiting for me today, so it's definitely less difficult.
And then also I think it's not something that comes out of the blue, no? It's not, okay, from yesterday to today you change completely and you have to say yes, and yesterday you were a completely different person. It is a beautiful time, a good time of preparation, and a time in which this Salesian life is already your life, and you live the community, you live the vows, you live with young people. And then there is a moment in which this becomes definitive, it's okay, the moment for us was past Sunday, but it's something that your confreres, Jesus himself, the Holy Spirit is preparing you to say.
It's for me forever, but if some of you can watch in the Mass now, in the form we read now, the last paragraph is very clear for this forever. It means like as God first, as that saint to help us, especially for brothers and sisters, help each other to faithful. But if without the grace of God, about the prayer of saint and the help of brothers, they cannot confident in ourselves. I say I can commit forever. With myself, I cannot say, but with Jesus, with anything, you can help me. This is great.
And I guess that's the beautiful point, is that you don't do it alone. That you're not doing this alone. Yeah. This forever, this one day at a time, but forever is not alone. Like you said, the saints, you have the grace of Jesus, you have all of these things, the community supporting you. So beautiful. And I guess when we talk about the Mass, I wonder if there's one moment during the Mass that maybe spoke to you, or one moment that it became real, it became definite, that this was, I'm giving my life totally to Christ, I'm giving my life to the young people, I'm giving my life to the Salesian congregation. Was there a moment for some of you that was just overwhelming or something like that?
For me, and it's weird, because usually this is the moment of the Mass that I struggle the most to follow, was the homily. Sometimes I'm unplugged during the homily because I'm stupid. But on that day, Father Alejandro and Father Emanuele, they spoke so boldly, so spontaneously. And I remember Father Alejandro saying, I know that you are scared now, that you feel fear, and this fear is beautiful, this fear is normal, and I feel the same fear. But for me it was shocking to hear Jesus, he's feeling the same fear in this moment. So Jesus can be worried, can feel fear in front of a reaction, in front of the commitment that you will give to him every day. So Jesus is like a spouse, waiting for a yes, but he's not sure 100% every day I'm saying this yes with fidelity or not. So this was probably not the central moment of the Mass, but definitely I was overwhelmed in this moment, and definitely this was a moment of preparation for the central the central moment. The central moment was receiving communion that day, you know? Anyway, after having in this new form of life.
Yeah, I think it is. I think the same exact thing. I mean, it's because during the rite of profession, while pronouncing those words, I mean, I had the concern also to pronounce them well, just to let the people understand. So sometimes the concern was more, I'm saying that in the microphone, I'm saying so that, and I mean, I prepared myself on those words before the rite, definitely in the past weeks. But on that day, I mean, it was kind of strange to. But when Father Alejandro spoke, saying that it's a relation of freedom, it's a matter of freedom between you and Jesus, and the first one who is making the step, who is asking, who will be faithful every day, will be Jesus himself, and that is it's the same thing of Matteo. It was very powerful.
For me, it was the time in which I pronounced the form of the formula of the rite of the perpetual vows in my language. My proper language was like saying, really, I am God, I'm going to the place where you are sending me. And at the same time, I think I really evaluate how the words still counting, the words. Many times we say many words, sometimes they have sense, sometimes no, sometimes you say a word and you are not faithful to that word. And this time I felt really the value of these words spoken by my language and sending to my people. So it was really very beautiful time for me.
It's for me the time when I lay down to lay down before God and need help from grace, from the prayer, singing prayer of saints to help me, and also of people. This I think is the side of weakness people. I am weak. I cannot say I'm strong. I am laid down to God's grace with the saint, many people to pray for me to keep faithful follow Jesus. At most I can do.
Yeah.
For me, this time is very important. Also I say in my heart, God help me to strengthen me with my good witness to overcome every day to follow Him.
Yeah.
This is for me important.
Beautiful, beautiful. And so, I guess just one last question, because on this channel, we're gonna hear from you guys a lot. So we're gonna see different things of this community here in Jerusalem, and so we'll have more time to speak about the Salesian life and the vows and the community and all these things. But I know, I've been here for 4 years now, and I'm a deacon here, and I think for me, to kind of go off of what Edward was saying and speaking about his own language, for me being here, it's been something special and eye-opening, and being in a culture, being in the Middle East, being in the Holy Land, and for me hearing the Our Father in Arabic, me hearing the Mass being prayed in Arabic, kind of opened myself up to this universal church, this Catholic church that is in all over the world in all the different languages. And maybe just a quick word on your experience of making your perpetual profession in Bethlehem. To have the Mass said partly in Arabic, some in Vietnamese, some in Italian, some in English, but just the universality and the great joy of being here in this Holy Land and getting a new experience, to be where Jesus was born. You are now saying yes to Him. And so I don't know if you have maybe a little feeling of something that happened to you, or the reality of being in this place, being in this Holy Land, and making your perpetual profession.
It's good.
Yes, people.
I mean, I had that feeling during celebration, that it was happening something great, even beyond our own commitments, our own profession. And that was exactly what you said before. I mean, the fact of having the Mass in different languages was something great. Something I probably, if I were in Italy, I wouldn't experience. But while being here, you really have under your side the whole world. Even because in our community we come really from all over the world, from all the 5 continents. And so when something is happening in one of those countries, you feel that it's happening to you because it is happening to your brother. And it's not like being only speaking for myself among Italians. And when you hear something happening in, I don't know, like just a few days ago in the Philippines, okay, it's there. No, it's not there, because here we have brothers from the Philippines, conference from the Philippines, people from the Philippines. And that touches your life. And being in, having Perpetual profession in Bethlehem, I think is a great consolation, also because during this period of coronavirus, so that we were unable to go back to our countries. And it's like the Lord is saying, you couldn't go back to your country, you did it where I was born. So keep this in your heart for the whole of your life.
I appreciate it, and we'll obviously be hearing more from you guys as we continue. But I just really congratulate you guys, and I'm really happy and praying for you. I know the whole community was a lot of joy in our community to witness you guys there and to be part of that.
Sure, we are really grateful to you, and sure to all our community, which you were and you are actually effectively our family. So we felt with you, in real family.
Welcome to the family, brothers.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And on behalf of our community, we want to welcome you to the Holy Land, to our monastery here in Jerusalem, and to know that we want to walk with you. So we invite you to follow these videos, to get in touch, to email us, to comment on the videos. And tomorrow, this video is uploaded on Saturday, right before the first Sunday of Advent, and the church is asking us to be awake, to be watchful, to be alert. And as the guys said in the interview of the Perpetually Professed, that we want to be faithful, and we want to say forever, but that forever means every day, that we say yes forever, but one day at a time. And tomorrow is a good chance to begin. So let us begin well. Let us begin this new church year with fidelity, with faithfulness, with joy. And you're welcome. You're welcome here at theGoodNight Jerusalem. So we want to welcome you, invite you. Let's walk together. And so God bless you. May there be peace. Happy Advent. And we'll see you soon. Take care. God bless.